What's up everybody, 9Noman here and welcome back in for our second look at Strange Antiquities. Driving straight into day 2. What am I doing? Join the dots. Join the dots. This is very satisfying. What are we? Huh. Ooh, okay. Shackles. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay. Day 2, Friday. Huh. I am unsure what that means, but cool. Let's go. Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens. Oops. And the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Oh, cool. More books. Thank you. Ooh, then actually, can I store you somewhere nicely? Quentin Holmes. Thaumic disciplines. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols: celestial, selenic, dradic of the earth, diurnal of the day, noctic of the night, individual, mentic of the mind, wixic of the body. Ooh, this will be very interesting. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horde shackle might be the answer. Okay, let's have a look. Could that be shackle? Makes me think it's something to go around the wrist. That is really ominous looking. Iron, grey metal, flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Thanks for clarifying. It has an energy about it. It has a darkness about it. Not you. Hard and cool, leathery and bony, quite unpleasant to touch. Polished. Okay, I will just consult the book. I am looking for a shackle. Horned shackle. Ah. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind, an example of an elaborate horned shackle. Okay, that does make me think of this because it has the horns. Bone. Ooh, bone. That's interesting. I've never considered this question before. Horn is not a type of bone. It's more like hair. Maybe you? Bronze. No, that's even less suitable. Strong sense of being watched. Okay, interesting. I notice a slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. Oh. I don't think... Well, again, that is a claw. Definitely not bone. I thought at first it was bone, but it is in fact clay painted to look like bone. Okay. Anything else here with horns? Suppose it doesn't say that they have to be made of horn, just that it has horns, in which case this would be the only appropriate one in my opinion. Ooh. Well, that told me. I suppose taking my own advice, that does not have to be bone, which is why I ruled it out. Oh well, I am doing bad. I feel like I have used too many items already. Used to bring about change in one's life. In use, the horns are rubbed, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly okay. Well, shit. Okay. That's a good lesson. Read it carefully. Just because the drawing is the pendant doesn't mean what I'm going to use is also going to be one. Vesiture. A vesiture can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. You were a horned shackle. Okay. David Schaefer, postman's back. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plough overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours. For the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. Huh. You go in the pile. Julia Brock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Prince's Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. Clanbrook Road, I will keep that in mind. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. A moon heart. To the books. Ooh, very interesting. We have one that's not in the book. Ecumenical, Aries Remnant, Binding Seed, Ethereal Key, Advocant, Eye of Cernunnos, Guise of Lillian, Hearing Charm, Heart Chamber, Rent Shackle, Hunter's Boon. Ooh, did I actually read that one before? A Hunter's Boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They're made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They're simple items without embellishment. Okay. Moonheart would bring her comfort. Ooh, okay. Stone. It vibrates with energy. It's rough and pitted. Beating heart. Moon heart. That's just a... Gold, black gemstone. Ooh, very cool. Something goes into you. Huh. Interesting. Okay. A moon heart. I'm wondering if the other can offer any kind of guidance. There is a lot going on in this game. A moon heart. This only mentioned pulsating like a heartbeat, which is the only, or beating heart is the only reason I am even looking at it. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Damn it. Deep fear. Ooh, interesting. A deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Okay, teach me. The goal is to break the seal. Match dice symbols to a section of the seal to break it. Stars are wild. They can be any symbol as long as they are all the same. Roll the dice as many times as you like. Click dice to unlock them. If you get 3 crossed bones before banking, you lose a life. 5 of a kind automatically breaks the seal. Okay. Match dice symbols to a section of the seal to break it. Stars are wild. Roll as many times as you want. Click a dice to unlock it. Get 3 crossbones before banking, you lose a life. Okay. Roll. Okay. Okay, so we can go step by step. Okay, that's fine. So I can use the cat. And there is no... Okay. Ooh. So 1 more bone and I will lose a life. But I have nothing to keep there. I have no choice but to keep rolling. Damn, okay. Holy shit. I haven't seen a star yet. Wow, okay. Do I gamble and go for the cat? Well, shit. Okay. Break the seal before it breaks your mind. Shit, okay. I am not seeing any stars. Wow, okay. Thank you, Jupiter. It would be very funny if I dropped dead on the second day running the shop. I might. Oh, am I an idiot? I am. Okay. It's wild. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why there's no stars. So I could literally do this. And why do I have to roll? Can I not bank? Oh, I have to pick. Okay. That could have went better. Okay, let's try again. Paths crossed late last night. Blah, 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 blah. Visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. Moon heart. Do I have anything to give me some... Ooh. The occult scholar Verona Green. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestones and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her experience has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Selenic Flame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable, that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. That is a sign of a good person. As green a flag as you can get. The ornithologist Edmund Bishop, 14th Lord of Gleaston Castle, is a man of wealth and privilege, like the 13 before him. He is a man who would be easy to despise, as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he was a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. His students learned to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. We're running on day 2, and I already really like the cast of characters in this game. Okay, a moon heart. Could you be a moon heart? Cool and smooth, surprisingly warm. Interesting. Very, very little information to be gleaned from that one. Okay. Do we think bonds? I'm not seeing any moon, like crescent shapes in anything to give me, I don't know, a hint of some sort, but I'm not seeing it. Although, what do we think those marks are on that? Okay, it looks like a circle with a point in the middle, with a plus on top. Spiral, okay. Let's see if we can find anything. earth, air, tallow, wax, soap, oil, antimony, potentially bismuth, phosphorus, zinc, tin. Silver is the half moon. Summer. Okay, that's something. Wind, cold, storm, lightning, hail, heat, rebirth, spirituality. So clockwise rebirth, anti-clockwise spirituality. Oh, we do have time. Okay, we have time limit. Oh, that's cool. A moon heart. Okay, I'm just gonna have to start taking swings. Is there ability to save game? No, I assumed so. It would just be auto-saved. Okay. Shooting from the hip. Has a half moon. Does it imply anything with these crystals? Or gems, rather. Gold. Okay. Then if I had to take a shot, it would be this one. Wrong. Okay. Oh, spider. Spider. A moon heart. Not good. This might be so obvious, and I am just completely missing it, but... I ain't seeing shit here that would... What if... Can you give me... Oh, here's a hint. I don't have an entry for a moon heart in my book, but what if I check the index in the back? Oh. Awkward. Moonheart, a Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling, such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. Sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Would that imply you? I don't think so. I would say you're more wind related. And oh, okay. Yes, okay. Nighttime. This is a carved totem. The owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape. Oh, it does. Cute. Using the closer inspect tool tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. Holgan Grim. These, I'm assuming it's Holgan. Maybe it's Bull. I'll check in a moment. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar. Okay. In various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection, Wolfsong's truth, to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay. You are a Selenic totem, also known as a moon heart. Okay. Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend, I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. What a knob. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? I will need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside my shop. A binding seed or Zia? Okay, binding seed. These items are made of two distinct materials representing the mentic and the wixic, the mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. The binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. The Yew Labyrinth at Castle Morrigan, a larger-than-life binding seed. Ooh, very interesting. Morrigan, Celtic goddess of war. And a Zia. A Zia. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zias are made of any single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writing upon their surface. Okay, do I want them to feel guilty or fear and paranoia? I think fear and paranoia is more dangerous. I would rather stick with the binding seed. I will label you while I should wait for confirmation. I think guilt. If we're gonna go with one of them, we'll go for the strike one punishment. The item is made of two materials, wood and stone. It features a spiral surrounding a seed. Shield Charm. Generic charms of protection have little to offer the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effects. An Oshadic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient, some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Okay. Emmett Burrows. They found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. Hello, cat. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. Libula. Libulae are purported to offer reassurances in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a Libula is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as the old thaumaturge knew well. Okay, symbology. What does protection look like? Protection, 2 squares side by side. Something that evokes that kind of image. And it does seem to be that it is worn. Ah, here we go. And before I forget, this is a binding seed. Oops, I'm not typing. Oh. Well, here we go again. But at least this time I know how not to fuck this up. So in reality, it could not have been easier, but still, I made it complicated. We'll hit this one, and we will do that. If we roll again, we will hit this one and pick these. Can I do that again? And do them both? Yes, I can. Okay. Look how easy this minigame is. It would be insane if somebody found it difficult. Can I? Okay. Pick a target. Why can I not select my target? I would like to... I would like to select this group of stars. Please let me. Huh. Is that a bug or am I doing something wrong? Oh, now I do not know what unlocked that, but ooh. Miss Burrows, you have returned, and you are still looking for a libula. Let's just check the index for fun. Okay. And libula. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that libula is not merely decorative. Maybe I fell for the red herring. And I am actually looking for a wisdom marking. Which would be, we're going to call that a paper crown in honor of blueprints and not this. So, okay. Anything with that symbolism. Could it be technically this shape? Nothing to remark. We'll keep it in mind because it has the shape I'm looking for. Ah, okay. No, this is it. That makes more sense. Don't want to overcomplicate it. The symbol of wisdom. Witch's finger. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They're capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. I can't read. Libula. Okay. End the day. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head, where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Well, one and all, I am going to leave that one right there, and we will pick up on day 3, Saturday, unless I'm assuming we may possibly be skipping the weekend, and we will be picking up on day 5, technically, Monday. We'll see. Do people work weekends in the magical occult English countryside? Who knows? But see you next time.